Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous Combat, my first look.
Landing gear retracted.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Make sure you watch the first video in this playlist, because on my very first kills I got 6 skimmers and 2 stingers. So it wasn't as bad as I had figured. They weren't too formidable, but my experiences are all in trade and explorer ranking. So I was kind of out of my comfort zone. So we're going to have to practice makes perfect, just like I preach all the time. We're going to go out to Orna 3 and see if we can find some skimmers and stingers to shoot at. I'd like to find some with some hills around there so I can have some cover when there's more than one skimmer. If there's just one skimmer, then that's fine. Just left. Make sure you join me in this new series of combat, my first look, because I like the simulators, like Ultimate Fishing Simulator. The fish don't shoot back or try to hook you in some way. Well, they can. I guess they can flop around
Have a safe journey.
and get the hook in you.
Frameshift drive charging.
So,
Ready to engage.
but that's why I have 3
2, 1.
Elite Dangerous accounts. Right now I have one account for my main, which has my Python cutter and 5.5 billion in credits. And eventually, after I get comfortable with the combat, I'm going to do some over on that account. And then I have a second one that I'm using for the beginnings series playlist, so you should check that out. And the third one I'm going to use for combat until I feel comfortable with it. They make for good videos. I have to give it that. We're going to do some skimmer hunting. Eventually I might do some warrants, serving warrants on the harmless NPCs, because I only play in solo. But let's start out with the skimmers and stingers and go from there. Doesn't pay a lot, but I can get better at it. and know what to expect. And in return, my question now is if I see support ships.
Orbital flight engaged.
And if you would, while we're landing, if you would look to the bottom right and find that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And underneath the video to the left, find my YouTube channel page at GFM_RDG, so you can find more of my videos and my new combat, my first look. Sis landing. See, we're not doing look arounds, and we're not doing as much surface mining. I'm going to have to do some because I'm going to need materials to bump up my FSD. At some point I'll go out to the Guardian sites and try to get blueprints so I can bump up my FSD also. But this account really is for me to get comfortable. With the combat thing, and where I make less mistakes. Because I do look over my videos. And what my issue I had with the first video is that I didn't target them, the skimmers, on the second set enough. Cis alternate. So that's my debrief, is I need to make sure I target one. And the rebuy is only like 260 credits, so it's not really that bad. And I'm not doing the combat really for the credits. It's more for the experience. And to see what consequences there are for shooting skimmers if they're support ships or something like that. Maybe that's only at certain sites. Sis down. And if I have situations, I'm probably going to go back out to the main menu for a little while. Sis, ship.
Ship dismissed.
Sis lights. Sis lights. And we're looking for the upper bleeps primarily. There's some. Kind of off and on. Like I was saying, the rebuys are so cheap on these SRVs. And what I understand is if you get killed, like if a ship came down and started blasting us and we couldn't survive it, we respawn in the ship. I like the hills, because then you can peek over the hill and possibly shoot at them. For now, when I get good at it and there's 4 skimmers, you know, then I might not take as much damage while I'm shooting at them, but I would like to have some cover. And I want to kind of see if I just show up, say in analyst mode without the weapons, will they sit there without firing? Or does their system keep track of that I have shot at them before? That I have killed some of them? That's kind of what I want to find out too. But on my YouTube channel page, there's an about section. You know, go ahead and click on that. Talks about drawings and giveaways and stuff like that. We do have a trespass zone coming up, because we're the skimmer hunters right now, so that's what we're looking for. And to take occupied escape pods back to the stations. And really it's just to see what's the easiest way to get into combat. See, there doesn't look like any good cover. But I don't like this site, especially in the beginning. And they are wanted. But there is 3.
Handbrake is on. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Under attack. Target destroyed.
Now we got them.
Handbrake is on. Cargo scoop deployed.
So that's what I wanted to find out.
zone.
There's an occupied escape pod.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Some material. It talks about that defense system activation. So what is that? There's probably some more material. Shield emitters. So we can use that.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Okay, let's go look for some more. Looks like there might be another target. But that's the thing, I just want to get comfortable with shooting them. See, I want to keep going back to the main menu and back for a new instance until I get a whole lot more comfortable with shooting these things. And it's the retribution from their support ships is what I'm trying to avoid. But if it happens, it happens. I want to know what to expect when I eventually do take it to my main account. Is this right? You see we're at 48% harmless on our combat rating. See, so far it's been pretty good. It's not too difficult to build your combat rating with it. And yes, they do shoot back, but they're not extreme. I like that we can pick up the materials, like the shield emitters, and some of those, because we can use those to trade at material traders. It's just tried to make it to where it's no big deal to come shoot skimmers. I mean, that's easy or something. You know what to expect. They're not that formidable. You don't lose enough shields. See, that was the first time I had shot at them out in the open. And there were 3 of them. There's a ship. In the distance. See, my question is that going to be a support ship that's going to come and try to attack us since we've attacked their skimmers? That's what I'm trying to check out. There's 3 of them. And see, they're already up where usually they're not. They're already activated.
Handbrake is on. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
What's that beacon? You see there's something off in the distance over there too.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
We can collect data out of that thing, that data point. Looking for escape pods. See something flickering over there. Across this canyon. So far it hasn't been too bad, but you never know. If I make them mad enough. See, I'm not sure if there was any stingers and all of that. Is this left? We got 7 of them. But it's something different. Like I've said before, I get bored if I do the same things all the time. And it's totally different. You know, doing combat. So it's kind of nice to do something different. And I'm sure higher the rank we get in combat, the more or the tougher it could be. Is this right? See, we're 66% in our rank. Some material down there. And we got something coming up here. It's like a crash site. Occupied escape pod.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Probably means there's some canisters are probably down here. Where they roll down the hill. See, there's one over here. And that one's gold. I think there's some more over here. Skimmer components. And there is some material.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Make sure I did get it because I hit my cargo scoop pretty late. Yeah, it's just telling us that our cargo bay is full, which it
Cargo
is.
scoop retracted.
We got 2 occupied escape pods. Well, okay. Sys ship.
Ship recalled.
And see how far we have to go to get the ship. Maybe if we do combat, she comes closer. When you take these occupied escape pods back to the station, is this down? Is this left? Need to go back to the station. Is this landing?
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Is this view?
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Need to watch out for interdictions from support ships. I would think at some point they would do something. But thank you for going out with me. It's not as comfortable yet doing combat stuff. But at least we're collecting occupied escape pods. Sis left. So we got 7 of them that time. And we're going to watch out for any bogeys on our behind us, like we have one right now. Is this alternate? Yeah, my alternate thrusters were on, so that could have caused us some trouble. Sis left. Sis left. See, that's what I don't know yet, is the consequence of going after skimmers. Do you get support ships after you? What happens? That's the question that I have. So far we haven't. And we've got a total of 15. So a total of 15 kills. When they act like that, when they zip in front of you and stuff, that always makes me pause.
Delay Seagulls, Foxtrot Mike. Please ensure you follow standard docking procedures before landing.
Sis left. Because you gotta know we're not making some friends. Just like when we run missions.
Bay 2-9er.
When we run missions,
Docking initiated.
we're not making friends with the pirates. Here we might get bounties on us on the pirate side. They might not be happy that we're knocking out their
Scan detected.
knocking out the skimmers. I thought the skimmers would be the way to go for a beginner combat
Landing gear deployed.
person, and so far they are. They're the way to start. It's probably the easiest way to get into combat.
Ship is on the ground. Perform landing checklist. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Sis right.
Incoming message.
Sis up. See, we've already got an invitation from one of the engineers. So that's pretty cool. Sis left. He says he put a marker up. It's not the one I wanted. I don't see his marker. And I have it to show engineers. And we do have a job that we need to deliver. So again, thank you for coming along. We had 7 additional kills. And it takes some getting used to and some practice, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Because I'm a trader explorer, not a combat guy, but it's worked out pretty good so far. We've had 2 outings with a total of 15 kills. So I want to thank you, and look down the page to the right and see that subscribe button, and please press that. Underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube page at GFM_RDG, and click on that, and I've got over 330 videos for you to watch. So and there's an about box page tab at the top for drawings, giveaways, promotions, things like that. So until next time, thank you for watching.